right, it's coming.
I got the Ascot and the Ram.
Ram on the bag.
Let's go.
How you doing?
Doing great. Hey, you know what's going on?
Some lady over here had a felony warrant. When they went to knock on the door, she came to the door with a gun.
Oh.
And back in the house. Yeah.
That's
So
on that
you've
side over
kind of
there?
been like if she came out her balcony and started shooting right now, she could probably hit you with stray bullets.
All right. Let me take some cover then.
What's that?
Also, let me take some cover then.
Yeah, good idea.
All
Take care, man.
You too. So it appears to be there's only one way in and one way out of this this apartment complex. I'm just gonna keep my head down for now.
So with these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We don't want them sitting out there the whole time either with us.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm clear. Where you at? Where you do?
First floor, first door to your right. They're the second floor, first door to your right. She's down the hall from us.
So
the second door to the right.
they were arrested like
Twice
a little
already
over-
this year.
Yeah, but a little over a month ago. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, and we called that in because we knew there were strangers coming to their apartment all the time, so we knew that they were dealing something out there. And so we heard a loud fight, and this was some months after the cops had come out the first time and see what all
But they
had
were
going on there.
like yelling out in the parking lot, and then it went back into the apartment.
But the cops went in there and they took them both in, and the cops were up there for hours that night. Even after we went to bed, the cops were still up there searching their apartment and gathering evidence. So they both got a felony charge, and I think they were waiting for their court date. But they possessed some kind of illicit substance because they gathered a lot of evidence from their place that night.
First name is Anthony, A-N-T-H-O-N-Y, Hippolito, H-I-P-O-L-I-T-O, Sergeant, Austin Police. Again, at 10:34 p.m. tonight, Austin Police responded to the 8700 block of Bluffstone Cove, apartment number 3203, to attempt to serve a felony warrant on a white female who had 5 outstanding felony warrants for possession of controlled substance in various forms. Officers knocked on the door, tried to make contact with her. She refused to come out. She verbalized to the officers through the door that she wasn't going to come out. Prior to attempting to serve the warrant, officers kind of surrounded the apartment as per their protocol when they serve warrants to try to establish a perimeter. They were able to look inside, and while officers were talking to her through the door, they were able to see a firearm in her hand. So at that point, they knew that she had a gun. So the officers backed off the apartment. And tried to continue to make contact with her to try to get her to come out and end this peacefully and take her into custody without any incident. Again, she refused to come out. She made actions that the officer saw through the balcony that would lead us to believe that she was suicidal. She never did point the gun at officers through the door or anything like that, but that she did make actions that led the officers to believe that she was suicidal. And she did make comments that she didn't want to go to jail. Officers were unable to get her to come out peacefully, and since she was barricaded, and per our policy at APD, they notified the SWAT team so they could come out and establish a perimeter and attempt to make contact with her with the hostage negotiators. Anytime that the SWAT team is deployed, hostage negotiators come out along with our bomb squad unit to assist the situation. Negotiators arrived on scene with the SWAT team officers. The SWAT team officers took perimeter from the officers, the patrol officers, and attempted to make contact with her. And while doing so, she came out on the balcony and started talking to her officers. At that point, she had nothing in her hands. She remained on the balcony and started talking to our SWAT officers. They were able to get her to come out peacefully. She came out the front door, came down the steps, and we had officers waiting on her. She complied. She was taken into custody without incident. That's the exact way we want these SWAT incidents to end peacefully. No one's hurt, no one's injured. Being that she did make some actions that would lead us to believe she is suicidal, mental health officers will be called to the scene so that she could be evaluated prior to going to jail.
No additional charges for this?
At this point, it doesn't look like any other charges will be filed at this point. But again, it's pretty early on. They'll consult with detectives to figure out exactly what happened, and if charges apply, then they'll go that route.
Does she have prior felonies, and if so, will there be an investigation on how she came to get possession of a firearm?
That is something they'll probably look at. She did have 5 felony warrants, so again, anytime that you have a firearm in your possession as a felon, that could lead to another felony charge. We do have detectives that work in that unit that will definitely look at the case and look at her history to figure out why she had the gun.
What's her age?
27.
And do you have a name on her yet?
I do not. I didn't get it, but I'm sure you'll be able to get on the affidavit if there's one. Obviously, there's one.
Here's a handgun?
He wouldn't know that.
I think so. I believe so. Yes.
You got a make or a model?
No.
Caliber?
Pistol's good.
Cool.
Any other questions?
And
Comments?
it is over?
Yes, the SWAT officers are inside clearing the residence just to make sure she was by herself and make sure no one else was in the apartment.
Were the apartments around her evacuated in the meantime?
Absolutely, they were, being that she did have a firearm. They take into consideration the surrounding apartments, and they did evacuate that building number 3. Those residents should be able to get back pretty soon.